breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page lies, it's about to begin. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just look on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. There'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Look on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, everybody, good morning. What is up? How is everybody doing? It's Monday morning here in Oldsmar, and we are ready for a week of tropics talking. We got a little bit something brewing out that Gulf of Mexico, which we've talked a bunch about last week as a possibility. So we're going to get into that. I got current radar right now, by the way. This is our live radar. This is Hunter, by the way. As you know him, he is the littlest weather dog on the planet, coming in at 8.12 pounds. He's not even barely a tropical depression. So, hey, all right, so what's going on? Shelly is online. She helps out. She's our admin, keeping away all the spammers. Good morning, Kim King. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good. What's up, Rachel? Jim Parker from Davie, Florida. Is that a cowboy town? What's up, Kathy Motes? What's up, Erica? What's up, Bill? Will the Rays ever win again? Brian Fields from Key West. Chris Roth from Miami. Jason Triplett. What's cooking from Texas, I believe, right? Bill Barber cooking bacon. And by the way, he grunts. He's a snort. He gets excited and he really makes a lot of noise. We'll do Louis tomorrow. Louis hanging out with Sarah right now. And I think he wants to go play. He's all mad because I got him. And he's like, dang it, Louis is out back playing with Sarah. I should be out there with her. So anyway, good morning, Eric. Good morning, Kim from Charlotte. Felicia from Pensacola. Fixing to get wet in Pensacola. Oh, no, I'm showing his private parts. Put some pants on, will you? Oh, that was on TikTok. No, I'm streaming live on TikTok. TikTok got to see your private parts. I mean, you're all wound up. All right, we're going to put you down. What's up, Chris? Yeah, we just had a surprise rain. Let's get into that. Man. All right, he's going to go. He's all. He looks like the dude on Flintstones. Remember when Fred and them used to jump in their little Stone Age car and their little feet would go. That's just what he looked like. All four wheels, all 4 feet are spinning, and then he gets going. Takes him a while to get moving. Yeah, I got my Lucky Rays shirt on, by the way. They lost all 3 days. Can't believe it. Eric from Dothan, Alabama. I've driven through there many, many times. I think that's 321, right? 321? Cool. Thank you, DJ Peter. Appreciate that. Tropical Juice. We got Tropical Juice. What's up, Bobby? Surprise rain, Bobby. Yes. Oh, Champions Gate triplet. That's the other Jason. That's Jason Strong. You're Jason from Champions Gate. Gotcha. We got 2 Jasons on YouTube. Texas is hot. Go Yankees. I don't think anybody's beating the Yankees. What's going on? Here's what we're talking about. All right, real quick, and we're going to get into some fun stuff. So basically, we got low pressure. There's our lingering front. You could almost start to see a little rotation out here. Little bit. Very weak. So I just posted, we just had a really surprise rain. In fact, let me pull it up. This kind of shocked me a little bit. I didn't really realize we had any rain. You think I know a weather person? But look at all that juice. Holy cow, it's live. We just had a torrential downpour in Oldsmar. I'm talking like almost quarter of an inch in about 2 minutes, it seemed like. But look at that, man. That's all the juice right now. Look at that. And it's kind of spinning a little bit. I mean, we're talking tropical, possibilities down the road. Not today, but it definitely it's got a little bit of spin, a little bit coming in hot. Very weak signature right now. Nothing tropical right now to worry about. If you're tuning in, we're going to get into it. The NHC's got a spot at 30%. The models are not very aggressive with it. So I'm just going to put it out there right now. So far, all your overnight models are keeping this thing at tropical storm at best, okay? So leaving it out there for now. So nothing to stress about right now. But I do want to talk about 3 things. First off, the race. Got to Atlanta this weekend. It was better than expected. Big thanks to Bailey Curry, the driver, and Habana Brissa for putting us on the race car. JD Motorsports, Greg Vincent got it going. Ani. So I met a lot of great people. Had a tremendous feedback at the race. Met a lot of good fans, some drivers, some NASCAR officials. So we made a good presence there. And Bailey did really good. He had a loose lug nut. Running in the top 15 and lead pack, had to come in 2 laps down. It kind of stunk, but he was fast and met him, had a great time. So there you go. It was a great weekend. So cheers to that. Had a lot of fun, and it was really good to get our logo out there. It's a big deal. We have a lot of supporters on the website. A lot of people use our website, and it kind of gives us a little bit more credibility, when people are walking up down pit road and seeing that logo all over the place. We also, got potential for some more down the road. So anyway, that went really good. The coolest thing, unexpected, Justin Danger Nunley, as you know him on TikTok, as the, listen, did you know? He was in the pits, and I felt like a little kid. I told Emily, I'm like, that's the TikTok dude. I didn't even know his name, but I follow this guy on TikTok, and I'm like, I told Emily, I felt like the little kid. I'm like, hey, there's that TikTok guy. And then she made me embarrassed like a dad does to a daughter. She's dragging me, go meet him. And she walked up and said, my dad's a big fan. And he kind of looked at me kind of weird, like the kid's dragging the dad, the 16-year-old's dragging the 48-year-old to meet the TikTok star. And I'm like, yeah. And then he saw my shirt, and it turned out Justin and his wife are big fans. They live in Florida. And he's like, whoa, Mike. And then it was like a flip of the coin, and we were both sharing social media, some stories, and it was really cool. I mean, he's got 5 million followers on TikTok, and he's a Mike's Weather Page fan. So that was pretty fun. And the third thing I want to talk about, probably my most non-drinking viral post ever, was posting a picture of this bag. I bought 2 of them. Went to a Buc-ee's for the first time on the way home, and as I put on my feed, oh my God, I can't even. Madhouse isn't even the word. I mean, the middle of nowhere, south of Macon, right? It was almost overwhelming, the amount of people in that store. But we bought some cool stuff. I got some hot sauces and some dry rubs. I got Sarah a cool little beaver shirt. So I'm broken in, a rookie. I'm a Buc-ee's rookie. Those things are addicting, by the way. We looked at the ingredients. Brown sugar was the first ingredient. So, oh, there goes my carbs. But anyway, it was fun. Thought I'd get gas there. Forget about it. We just we got the heck out. But it was fun. Got some beef jerky. So there you go. So there's our story of the weekend, and we'll talk more later. But it was fun. But here's what we got. Let's talk tropics. Let me pull this up. Leave this right here. And well, actually, let me get the graphic I drew. It's a little better, a little easier to see because I actually Photoshop it to include all the wording so you can see the picture and the wording. There you go. So there you go. Enough of the small talk. Oh, Delaney Parker, yes, very addictive. Oh my gosh. Buc-ee's, not Buckeyes. Buc-ee's. Emily called it Boosie. Trent Hall, good morning. James Gibson, I hear you, buddy. Appreciate that. Very humid out there. What's up, John Ferguson? What's up? How's the Caymans doing, by the way? So it was fun. It was a good little weekend trip. We went to Dave & Buster's the first night. The girls had a good time. The girls got to sit on the pit box. That was a cool thing, and thanks to JD Motorsports for that. So, all right, so tropics. So, all right, so we got this lingering front, and we brought it up. I look back. It was July 6th last week. We started talking about this. So, the possibility has always been there. Anytime you get a lingering front in the Gulf, I don't want to overuse the word seed, but last week we had really no tropical juice in the Gulf. We had very favorable conditions. We had no wind shear because of that high pressure. We had a lot of hot water. However, we didn't have any seed. Now we got juice. We got a seed. And anytime you get a lingering front, sometimes there's a possibility that you could have a little tropical spinach. So that's what the NHC is watching. It's at 30%. Rainmaker regardless. Heavy rains from Louisiana to Florida. I keep telling my Texas friends, I'm sorry, but it looks like that Euro run yesterday is not going to happen. It looks like it's going to just stay put. You guys have a high pressure over there. We have a high pressure over here. It's going to funnel the steering currents back north. So it looks like it's just going to hover around Louisiana, Mississippi, out, the upper Gulf. When I say upper Gulf, doesn't really include Texas. So heavy rains. That's that. All right, so let's talk all about it. I also posted this rain map. Let's pull this one up. By the way, if you're watching on TikTok, the reason I'm streaming live is we're trying to get TikTok to give me access to my OBS key so I can stream live on TikTok. So soon we will have that. So for now, you're looking at behind the scenes. All right, so here's some of your latest rain maps. This is through Sunday. So we got a lot of coastal rains coming. This is Louisiana. This is Texas line. Let me show you where the Texas line is right here. Let's get that out of the way. Texas line is right here. So pretty much the Big Bend all the way across the upper Gulf. We got some high values, 6.5, 6.7, 5, 5, 4. So coastal areas for sure. It's going to be raining this week. Not all the time. There's going to be some periods of sunshine. These things don't rain 24 hours a day. So don't let it ruin your plans. It's just going to increase your juice chances more for the week. That's kind of a bummer, but it's kind of the way it is. So there's that. Let's look at some tropical models. There's no spaghetti models yet because there's not a true center. So until we get a center of rotation, then it's just guessing at this point. But, let's look at some probability maps. I haven't looked. Oh, look at that. The Navy model. UK model. All right, so we are getting some modeling. Let's go back to another page here. Let's see. I don't know which one I want to click on. I want to do the 5-day guidance. So There's your UK. There's your Navy. Let's see. So we're getting, you're getting some UK model predicting it right over land. 17% chance. So everything's weak. Here's Navy forecast. Navy's a terrible model, but it's over land. Colin formed over land, so we've had nothing but odd storms this year. Let's go right to the models. This is what we can expect, but we've had nothing but odd systems this year. Agatha was a Pacific storm that crossed over into the Atlantic. Remnants remained, so it was a new tropical storm genesis. It was PTC forever. Went through the state of Florida as a PTC. Never really got going until the Gulf Stream. Then it became Alex. Then we get Bonnie. PTC Bonnie was forever, and it bounced along the coast of Trinidad, and then Tobago, and then it hit Aruba, all across South America there, and then it finally had a little window before Central America became Bonnie. Crossed over to the Pacific, became a major hurricane in the Pacific as Bonnie. And then all of a sudden we got Colin. Colin was a low-pressure, lingering energy from a frontal boundary down in the Bahamas. We were watching it. Came up the whole coast of Florida. We actually had a tornado down in Fort Pierce. It rode 95 north. Actually made the big bend, formed over South Carolina, almost over land. Colin was a land cane. It brought a lot of wind and rain to everybody, regardless of the name or not. The effects were the same. And it got windy, Myrtle Beach, Charleston overnight. And so now our next name on the list is Danielle. And we'll see how that goes. All right, so now we're going to get right into the tropics. Finally, tropics. And as always, Daily Brew, brought to you by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Love them to death. 85 years old here in the great state of Florida. Florida homegrown, just like the bootleggers in NASCAR. I'm sure the bootleggers were part of ABC's beginnings as a place to get your fine wine and spirits. So thanks to them. We're going to be doing some videos coming up with that crew here. So watch for that. That'll be fun. I got to reach out today. But big thanks to ABC Fine Wine Spirits sponsoring our Daily Brew every day. So this week, too, little housekeeping. Wednesday more likely will not be at 9:19. So this month of July is big for us. Emily's got a lot of softball tournaments. That's why I went live last night. I'm going to make sure to keep everybody up to date a lot. But Wednesday will be more later in the afternoon. It'll be a special afternoon Daily Brew Wednesday. And then we'll have to see how the game times are Thursday, Friday. But we'll be live, don't worry, every day, especially if this thing turns in anything. But right now, it's nothing to worry about. So we got 2 more weeks. It's heavy softball, and then school starts back up the first part of August. Kind of works out perfect. August, September, October. Get busy. So, Loretta Reed, how you doing? Good to see you as always. Listen, I don't want to steal his line, Jason Triplett. Oh, that'd be fine. See, the guy, he's original. I don't want to take it away. But you're right. Listen, did you know ABC's 85? Actually, Shelly got a new monitor system. I only got 2 monitors. She's got 5. Hey, Dale. Yeah, we're playing Seymour, Madeira Beach. I'll reach out to you. We're doing tacos tomorrow night, Dale, if you're bored. So, little tidbit last week, CSU, Colorado State University, released an updated hurricane outlook and seasonal outlook, and they're still calling for 17 more storms. That's a lot. I was a little surprised, and they're still calling for 10 hurricanes and 5 major hurricanes. Okay, that's pretty aggressive. That's our season yet to come. The UK just came out with a seasonal outlook, and it's predicting above average. Everybody's predicting above average. So we're going to have a pretty busy August, September, October, it appears. These little homegrown systems like Colin, early season systems usually are only rainmakers to worry about. They're not those big bad wind events because they don't have time to brew. Saharan dust layer is pretty thick this time of year. Oh, your upper level winds are still a little strong down in the Caribbean, so it's not really ideal conditions for anything too strong. So June and July, we get these little weak tropical systems. Usually August, September, October is when the big stuff comes. So this little guy is going to escape negative conditions right now. We got a suppressed stage of that MJO. We talk a lot about that. And I just posted earlier an animated dust map. We'll show you here in a little bit. There's a big plume of African dust coming across the Caribbean, really thick. It's going to really impact our Caribbean friends midweek, starting soon. So that'll end up reaching the Gulf of Mexico this weekend. It might stay far enough south to not really affect anything with this little whatever it becomes. So listen, so don't stress about whatever we're looking at right now. There's really, other than just a rainmaker right now, we'll see. All right, so let's start out with the euro. Euro was most aggressive yesterday. Let's see what the latest 6Z euro is. So I'm really surprised. So we talked a lot about this guy last week. We talked about this possibility, but we're not. They haven't mentioned the coastal low off of Carolinas. It's part of our frontal system, and if it does anything, it's shooting out northeast. It's going to stay north of the Bermuda. So don't even whatever it is, what it is. It's nothing other than shippers. All right, so we're watching this general area down here. Let's take a look at this. Is tropicaltidbits.com, by the way. We use tropicaltidbits.com a ton. Levi's a great internet friend. Never met him personally, but we do chat a lot. So we do use his stuff a bunch. But I don't think I can handle 6 monitors, James, for it. I got 2, and that's enough for me. How do you say your name? Jacinta? Biddy Lewis, I agree. There is a big, broad spin. I'm very curious. You can see it on radar right now. It's very broad. We're going to look at the models, then we're going to digest what's happening. How about we'll do that? So we'll do it. Heather just brought up a good point. Let me call this out so I don't forget. Jose, that would be funny too. And listen, I bounce around a lot. Listen, please don't go anywhere, but Saturday, I felt like I had to post about the 98.2 thing. I did, the problem with social media is posts that are very engaging with a lot of likes and a lot of comments typically end up in your news feed, okay? I post random tropical stuff all day long. People read them and they go on. It's the other posts that might pop into your feed. And I am 80% weather. I think it was, so I had a Daily Brew member, 78%, my last 100 posts were 78% weather. I think he said 17% family, other, and like 5% ABC, fine wine and spirits. So, I get kind of mad when somebody thinks that that's all I post. So enough of that. All right. Tropics. Euro. Here's your juice. Look, this is Tuesday. Just lingering broad low pressure. Just hovering around. Look, see the rain? Look, Texas, Louisiana line. It's just going to be random hit or miss all the way to the Big Bend area. This is tomorrow. Just that pattern. Here's Wednesday. It fires back up again. There's Wednesday. It takes its time. These things take time to develop. Very, very broad low into Friday. And the latest run, it's got more heavy rain. This is Thursday. This is 60 only goes out to Thursday. So overnight, there it is. Overland, the latest Euro, land cane, Colin 2.0. Here's Friday morning. 10-12 is nothing to worry about. However, it's got the heaviest action on the east side, meaning that we'll have tropical spinach coming in off of the Gulf. This is one run, but it's very consistent. We've been seeing pretty much this area right here that our low dips south, and then Atlantic high pressure eventually pushes it back north. So could see some storms in off of the Gulf. Last night I posted the IR map, and it was very heavily showing lightning and infrared, cloud tops. So definitely could be some sneaky storms. This is Friday on the Euro, but it's not really developing much. It just hangs it around. Here's into Saturday, 10-10, Drifts back south. There's 10,008 or 1,008, 1,009 over Louisiana, and then it just kind of fizzles out. So, but that, that's been kind of common, I mean, look at where your rains are this week. This is, unorganized rains Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We can start to see a little bit of organization. So the Euro's been really good about it. Our buddy the Icon picked it up first. Here's the vorticity. Things really get spinning here Thursday, Friday. Kind of hovers around, then it gets finally pulled on out of here. And it could bring some action next week into the Carolinas, but we won't go that far out. All right, your Icon, which I think is a phenomenal model. It's been doing the best over the last couple of years. It's showing rain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday 10-15, real weak low. And then Saturday it dips it. This is kind of what it's been doing too, though. Wow. It's kind of... Oh, man. Throws a little wrench in things. So the Icon keeps 1,008 towards Big Bend. So Texas, trends are not your friends. And the trends are away from Texas. The high pressure over Texas, keeping that big heat. Low pressures and high pressures don't mix. They're like two magnets. We show our little magnets all the time. This is some toys that Shelly sends me because I used to talk about magnets. Here is your Texas high over Texas. Here's our low. It can't hit the high, and it is high pressure. They don't mix. They do not become one. High pressures and low pressures are like magnets. So anyway, but look at the latest Icon. This is interesting. So the Icon's been bouncing around from upper Gulf Coast, a little bit of eastward trends, but 1,008. But that could be some heavy rain. This is Friday, Saturday this week. So keep an eye on it. Could shift a little bit, but that's interesting. And it's weak. But look, coastal. Friday. Saturday. Latest Icon. Then yesterday's Icon 12Z. A little bit more in the Panhandle. This is Thursday. Decent, 1,006. We could have tropical storm out of this thing. NHC stressed today, the 1,002. I mean, have we ever had back-to-back BOGO storms forming over land? I don't know, 1,002 millibar. It could be Danielle over land. This is Friday morning. So, but look, as always, eastern side, the kidney bean, we could still see some rain even sneaking into west central Florida through the end of the week. I want to look at yesterday's euro, by the way. We're going back up to euro. Yesterday's 12Z euro showed, this is Friday, 1,001, okay? But, interesting to point again, east side weighted. Everything is always stronger on the east side. Storms spin counterclockwise, which means that they have all this time to get that warm Gulf water. And again, the reason I think this could be a little more sneakier than what the models are showing is because the Gulf is so dang hot. We're talking 90 degrees across the big part of the upper Gulf of Mexico. So any seed that's planted, oh my God, Sarah, oh God, she just freaked me out. We gotta take a break for coffee. We gotta have a social. I just saw Sarah walk by. Usually during school, the house is mine. I'm alone. And all of a sudden, I just saw a head walking by the back window, and my heart sunk. I'm like, who is that walking in our back porch? It was Sarah. So, problem solved. Hot water, though. We could see some sneaky last-second bands. And here's the thing. Storms. It's not so much the pressure. This thing's 1,001. But definitely could see some strong feeder bands rolling in off the Gulf of Mexico. And again, timing seems to be the worst. Starts Thursday, Friday, into Saturday this week. So that, we could definitely see some strong storms. This is yesterday's euro. This isn't the most recent one. Just showing you the trends that some have been showing a little bit stronger, some have not. So we'll see what the trends are. And again, the NHC is stressing how far south this dips over water gives it better chance to get organized. If it never gets over the water, then it's got a really, smaller chance to get spinning. But that's what we're watching. So why, this, and again, these are the storms you watch in real time, right? Models don't even. Last week I posted July 7th. Not one ensemble showed this scenario on the Euro. Not one. Not one model. However, common sense sometimes overrules reality in the tropics, especially homegrown systems that. So here's July 7th. July 7th tropical update had not one ensemble showing development. But I wrote leftover frontal juice in the Gulf next week. Model's not showing it, but as we saw with Colin, things pop up quick. So what we have is leftover frontal juice in the Gulf. Now, if you go to the Euro, it's going to be showing you some ensembles because it changed its mind in about 12 hours. Here's the latest. There they are. Nothing strong. Little trick to this map when I share it. Look at the pressures. Blue is 980 to 999. All right. Could be tropical storm. Heck, man, 989 could be H1. So always look at the color. Red usually means bad, hurricanes, but we got one in Texas, but 1 out of 51. But the point of this whole thing is this. Now we're seeing that. We didn't have that a few days ago. So anyway, low pressure. Low pressure trying to set up off the coast. Stormy squall lines in off the Atlantic. Or Gulf of Mexico. Well, it is technically the Atlantic. It's got water from the Atlantic. But yeah, it's got a little rotation. I'm telling you, let's pull up the big map radar scope again because I like to look at that. That thing really showing, it's very broad. And again, the models aren't showing any sort of development until later in the week. It's not now. But let me increase the frames here a little bit to, where the heck is my settings box? Oh, settings. Where did you go? Why won't it show? It's over here. Let me change it real quick. Oh, settings on the bottom. There it is. All right. Let's do. This doesn't let me do very many. Oh, that's speed. We'll go back here to most. Where are my frames? Don't let me do my frames. Don't let me do 6 frames. Oh, there it is. Frames. All right. So we're gonna go. We'll go 24 frames. How about that? Okay. How about that? Meet me outside. How about that? All right, so there's that. All right, now we got 24 frames, and we can get rid of that thing. How do we get rid of that thing? I don't even know. How do you get rid of that thing? I'm so much better on my mobile part of the radar scope. All right, so let's just leave this play and have a social. Everybody cheers weather and math. Jeffrey Brown, there's a big difference. I agree. But you got to admit, it's not connected by the Panama Canal, so some of that Gulf water is technically Atlantic water. Just saying. But yeah, I agree. All right, so here you go. Very interesting, very juicy. A lot of tropical moisture out there. Precipitable water map showing it. Not a lot of lightning, but still, you can definitely see it. I mean, very clear, broad low right now, rolling in. And it'll take some time to get going. It's not going to happen today. Why isn't the radar map showing right there? There's a Tallahassee, Tennessee. Oh yeah, you can see this is Tallahassee map. And you can kind of see a little bit of broad, see these storms are going down, right? See that? And these storms are going up. So very broad low. Sexy. There you go. Very broad. I think broad is a very offensive word. There's not Bailey's in the coffee, Pat. I have to do a TikTok video and an Instagram little 1 minute. The 1 minute videos take me 15 minutes. I'm like, this shouldn't happen. Oh, man. All right. So very broad low. We'll keep an eye on things. But that's it. A lot of juice out there. Look at that. I like that map, man. It's very, very... I wonder if I could save that map with my lines on it. Save movie. Share movie. Let's see. This would be a good one to share if I could... I don't know if it's going to keep my lines in it or not. It's preparing the media. The DVD is loading. I'm so tempted to open up my nuggets. It says ready to share. What's it look like? Oh, here comes the dog. Sorry, what did it look like? Share. Let me just get. Let me just save it. Let's try to save it over here as Gulf Low. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, we'll look at it later. Gulf Low. All right, we went back to some models. All right, there's the Euro. Let's go to Canadian model. Canadian model not showing hardly anything other than juice. So it is not doing any sort of formation at all. Sometimes the Canadians are really good model too. So that's the important thing to note. Not all models are showing it right now. So... hey, listen, if you're watching on TikTok, by the way, this is behind the scenes. I normally do, you just pull me up on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Eventually, that stream will be on TikTok. So, we'll be official. All right, let's look at some individual rain totals. What's coming? So, we know we're going to have stormy squalls. We know there's going to be off and on rains. We know there's going to be... possibility of Danielle. We know that. The UK Met. Let's take a look at the UK Met because the UK is showing possible formation. So we're going to zoom into the Gulf of Mexico here. UK Met. Let's take a look at all the models. UK Met. See, that's pretty interesting. It's a land cane. This is Friday morning. Wow. Hey, could happen. So there's your UK Met. Look at that, showing 61 knots. This is 850 millibar. This is upper level winds, but it's kind of surface level. I don't think we have surface level winds, but that's interesting. Look at this. I mean, low pressure. The UK's kind of predicted that we could see some sort of. This is very interesting. I'm telling you. UK showing a little bit of possibility of spinach moving up towards Louisiana and Mississippi into Alabama. This is Thursday night, Friday, so. Very interesting. Other models. Let's take a lookie at the Canadian. Canadians aren't showing anything. Totally missing this. Totally missing nothing. Zippo. Nelch. Nada. Your Euro showing a little tropical spinach right here. See it? There's your spinach, meaning this is Friday into Saturday. There's your rains are going to be this side of center. Let's go back to where that last one was. Right here. So, weak sign. Like I said yesterday, though, 12Z is a little stronger. Yesterday, 12Z showing a little bit stronger system on the Euro. A little bit. This is Friday. We'll see what today. I love the 12Z models coming out today. We're starting to see a good run now that we can see some comparison runs. So we'll start to see trends. Models are going to flip-flop. The Euro showed aggressive, then it didn't. I mean, the Icon picked us up July the 6th. Here we are. So you'll see little wiggles and wobbles in strength. The main point is watching real time, reality, low Gulf shear, hot water. Extremely hot water right here. So it wouldn't take long if this core low sets up off the coast to get spinning up, and yeah, you gotta admit a hurricane is definitely possible. I mean, if this thing, we saw what Sally did last year. The main point is this: Euro here, Euro there, Euro everywhere. Icon. Let's zoom in on the icon. The 6Z doesn't go out that far. We got to go to 00Z. Here's the icon. The icon is a little bit to the Big Bend area. However, yesterday's icon is right where the Euro was, a little bit more into Florida. So the main point is this on these model maps. You know, you're kind of right here with the majority of them kind of here. A couple outliers, but icon there. So, and the UK is interesting. UK, look at that. UK used to be a pretty darn good model for, you know, Tropical Storm Genesis. Let's look at some Ensemble plots on Tropical Tidbits. Hey, did you guys book your cruise yet? MWP cruise? You better have. If you're a diehard partier like we are, Mike's Weather Page, and you got kids and you want to have a good time with all of our crew, click on it. I met a couple people at Daytona this weekend that are definitely thinking about it. They're like, they didn't even know about it. I'm like, you gotta go. Extremely good time. Click on the link. But here's your ensembles. Ensembles are all the different little brains of everything. So let's take a look at the Euro ensembles. Let's zoom in here. How close can we get? I guess we'll stick to Eastern U.S. Lower. All right. Pop. All right. Let's take a look here. All the different ensembles. So there they all are. Cluster of them. Not a lot, but, you know, the point of the matter is, you know, there's a good, you know, 25% of them showing possibility. And, you know, when you look at these little guys, what you do is you, this is Tropical Tidbits again, but you zoom in on them and you can see the different pressure points. So the Euro pretty much hovering around 90, you know, 995, lower 1000s, again, tropical storm range. So that's your lower ensembles for the Euro, and then we go to GFS. They're really, and then we got Canadian. Let's see if any Canadians show it, even though it didn't show. See, the Canadians is not picking. Well, I guess there's a little cluster here over Louisiana on Friday, but nothing strong. And then the GFS ensembles. There's a big cluster. Look at that. So even the GFS is showing a cluster of ensembles over land. So Colin and Danielle hooking up over land. Tropical storm formation map on the Euro, which is a great map tool. It changes it, and it really is a good one because it'll help spot trending prediction levels. Here is our tropical depression. It'll probably show. It's not even showing storm. Yeah, there's storm. All right. So there's color. You know, purple's 20%. This is tropical storm formation. This is tropical depression. Tropical storm, hurricane, not showing any. But you know, there's the Euro thinking on formation through the week. All depends how far south our storm goes. If it could set up a low. Again, I'm really curious on that icon showing more of a Florida impact. And the way it looks right now. See, these things you got to watch in real time. I got some really good links here on Bay News 9. I have a pressure map here, Gulf pressures. This is on Bay News 9 website. You have to scroll down to right here. So if you want, you can kind of slowly watch the pressures. You know, they're around 10, 12 right now, 10, 11. They take time to drop. You know, the important thing to note here, those, you know, 10, 14 here, 10, 11 here. So pressures appear to be dropping a little bit around where our low pressure is. 10, 12, 10, 13. So, you know, right here is our low. And if you look at the latest National Hurricane Center map, and there it is right here, same spot. You bring it up bigger, and this is where they guesstimate the low to be, right there. Kind of where we just saw in the Bay News 9 map, right there. So that's right around off of Destin. Storm Chaser Nick posted that video or picture on Twitter. I saw it, Storm Chaser Nick. He had the yellow X right above Destin. So there you go. There's that. So there's big question marks. The icon's got to be taken into account as far as potential, there. Very interesting stuff here. So anyway, bottom line is this. Lots of rain coming regardless. Rain's going to be very spotty. It won't be all day, but it'll be heavy at times. Let's look at some individual rain maps just for fun. Sometimes the Euro gets it right on the rain map prediction. So we'll just click right into the southeast here, and you'll see rain accumulations pretty high, I have a feeling, on the Euro. Total precip, yes. So here we go. This is through the weekend. Next weekend, let's take a look at that. Here you go. Big rains. Purple is like a foot plus. Here's your guide. Anything purple's 10, 11, 12. So here's the latest Euro thinking, possibly into the Florida tip of the panhandle down in the, Mobile area. But the bottom line is, anybody in this general area right here can see a lot of rain this week, isolated. But purple could be, could be a foot plus, a couple places. There's that one. Let's take a look at does Icon have a rain map? No. Yeah, it does, actually. I can't believe it. All right, so what does the Icon show? Because that's showing a little bit more Big Bend impact. I don't think the Icon's a very good rain model. But look, just for S and giggles, there's your Icon. Icon's showing more of possibility of coastal rains here along the Florida coast. 30% chance right now. So no stress level yet. So there you go. Did post this. There's a big dust plume coming across the Atlantic right now. Upper level low here, you can see very well coming. But this whole general main development region's got a lot of dust, a lot of wind shear here. See this upper level? A lot of wind shear being shoved into the Caribbean. A lot of dust. Just conditions are not very favorable right now across the Atlantic. These waves, of course, are normal. They'll keep on trucking west. I did post the dust map. It's pretty cool to look at. We got a lot of people watching down in the Caribbean, but there is that big plume. We showed it last week a bunch. Here's your Caribbean dust map, and these colors represent the amount of dust in the air. Here's that big plume coming just actually now, nearing you. There's a big plume. That's going to spin its way through the Caribbean throughout the next couple days here. So our buddy John and the Caymans will get it Tuesday, Wednesday. Some of that dust is going to make the Gulf of Mexico this weekend, and could be an influencer on our developing system. We'll have to see. This map's actually showing a little spinach here in the Gulf, which indicates that it's getting engulfed a little bit. Engulfed. It's getting engulfed. So here is kind of sexy looking. You can see our rotation. This is the 17th, which is what, Sunday. Some of this dust gets picked up, and some of that could inhibit strengthening, possibly. So, long way away for any of that stuff to really, if it's even anything. But you can see again the spinach. All right. So, hey, listen, by the way, we did our Furman submit your best picture to relax. We'll share it again probably one more time maybe, but it was so overwhelming. We got a couple thousand entrants, more than we thought. So thanks everybody for participating in that Furman giveaway. They're giving away one lucky Mike's Weather Page fan a tri-fuel generator push button start. Arr, arr, arr. So that was great. Greg and Jason are awesome people, and I sent a picture this weekend of JD Motorsports generator. I said, "Hey man, this generator is like on its last leg," and they're like, "We'll hook them up." So that was pretty cool. And JD Motorsports was like, "What can we do for them?" I'm like, "Listen, these guys they don't want anything. Maybe a shout out, but that's how I didn't even send a picture for them to give them a generator. I just said, hey, look at this thing. They're like, hey, we'll hook them up. So they're good people. And I can't wait for the new e-generator to come out, because that's going to be a game changer for sports, for people that need to have fans in the dugouts. and whatnot. So, but there you go. Big heat on the way. That's kind of the story. A lot of people in the 90s and 100s today. It's summer. I'm not going to talk about the heat when there's tropics, I guess. And there you go. Long range. Here's the deal. MJO coming. This is your... scam likely. Dimmitt Chevy. Wow, it was Amanda from Dimmitt. What's going on? Did you guys see the picture? Hold on a second. It seems you may have missed your recent appointment. No, I was there. What are you talking about? So here's your MJO. That's my Dimmitt, my lifter issue. All right, so here is your MJO. We're in a very suppressed stage right now, which is expected. We've been talking about that. However, this next phase is moving its way towards the Atlantic area. And look, the end of July, early August, green means enhanced conditions. So going back to CSU's prediction about 17 more named storms, end of July, early August, we're going to be at this enhanced stage of that MJO, and it does appear that conditions are going to become a little bit more favorable for any sort of development in the more expected spots for development. Man, my phone's going nuts. So there's our July area. That way, I'm surprised they didn't mark the low off of the coast here. We talked about that low coming off the East Coast. It's kind of showing up. I don't know. It's just a weak low pressure area, but it could, I don't know. Just not tropical in nature. But, there was signs that we could see that low here. It doesn't mean anything. There's Bermuda. Bermuda's right here. Shaky. Right here. But, I don't know. We could still see something come out of that thing. I don't know. It wouldn't mean anything. It's just low pressure. Anyway, all right. Enough of that. Let's see what you guys are talking about, and then we'll go. We got tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be a different time. Watch for that. Listen, we got Cat 5 subscribers, and one of the things we paid for this season was a texting service, and a lot of y'all got it last night, which was cool. So make sure if you're Cat 5 subscribers to the page, you reach out to Shelly if you didn't get the email, and it'll tell you how to subscribe to our texting service. If you have our app, you should have got a notification too over the weekend about our new spot. I try to keep the app notifications up when there's something new to watch. So thanks to all the app subscribers. The app is free, but for more links on it, you have to subscribe because the app costs me money. I didn't realize having an app was so sophisticated. They nickel-dime me to death. But anyway, so there you go. All right. Anything else we can yak about? Hey, look at that, Paul Thompson. New grandbaby. Good for you. I am excited about being a grandparent, but I don't want Emily to have a kid. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't want her to grow up. Tides, true. Because this thing's going to be sitting out there for so long, you're going to have a lot of cycles, tide cycles. Just watching this thing in real time. It's going to be really interesting to watch. Gulf shear right now is pretty low. That front dips south over Florida, but right here is, fairly low. This is the spot we're watching. Shear map showing, once this frontal boundary will disappear, then there's the rest of the shear across the... we're only going to focus on the Gulf right now. Getting a little bit of frontal spin here off the coast of Florida. It's kind of now where Mother Nature decides there's 500 millibars. It's just now. It's just a time of if it's going to happen or not. Only time will tell. Common sense says it will. But right now, it's an old frontal boundary, and these take time to. As the front sits there, the shear starts to relax a little more. We got, like I said, we got strong shear down here, but over time the shear relaxes and our seed is planted, and it takes time to grow. There you go. Let's do a whole thing in rhyme. There you go. Takes time to grow. Wouldn't you know? Would you like some mo? I stubbed my toe. That's your fourth. Good for you. All 4 girls. Oh my goodness. Misha Reed, good morning. Log in 919 every day for the last 48 years. I did see that stat. Friday morning, 98% of the world was in daylight. That is interesting. That's a lot of science with the tilting of the Earth and the equator and all that good stuff. Yep, Melissa, go crabbing, have fun fishing. You know, your radar is your friend. Mary Hernandez, thanks for the thumbs up. Hey, you know what? I think I lost my phone rang, and I don't even know if I'm still streaming on TikTok. Am I? My live ended. I had 1,004 viewers, though. That's a record. Top viewers with Shelly, but look, 1,004. Look, 1,004. We're getting up there. Hopefully one day. See, apparently one day when I click on my TikTok and hit my live, there's going to be a button here that says I'll get my stream key that I could use for OBS. So that's all I want for Christmas. All right, so there you go. Pretty rock and roll, ready to go. There's no spaghetti models yet. Watching it in real time. Big rain regardless. HRR might be your friend. It didn't do too good with Atlanta. I think these frontal boundaries, again, it's just the juice is there. It's going to rain anytime, any place. You really can't predict it. You just know that the juice is there. It's ripe, and you know. I mean, if you fast forward to HRR, you can kind of see some really weak rotation in the next 48 hours. This is just the rain to come. It's one model, but it just kind of shows you everything's just going to fester out here for a while. And we'll see what it does. Cheers! Right. All right, anything else? Real quick. I will talk for 3 more minutes. God, Judy's got 18 grandkids. 3 great kids in a temp area. Judy, you got your hands full. Mark, Africa's a little quiet. Yeah, could be all that dust blowing off. I mean, it's kind of... Some of the long-range modeling is predicting a juicier monsoonal season off of Africa and the MDR, which is why they're keeping these high predictions up. So they, they believe it's going to be active still. Let's go to Twitter. We get some of these long-range model maps. Oh, early July, we sometimes get a lot more modeling data. A lot of talk about Africa. Here's your MJO cycles. I love Twitter because I only follow pretty much news and weather. And Elon. Because Elon didn't go through yet. I even have bots on my page. But anyway, there's really no weather to talk about. So, all right, some timestamps. All right, so we're going to have a new model run. The race was great, by the way. What did y'all think of the race Sunday? It was phenomenal, man. I thought it was awesome. Great race. Chase Elliott won. They blew the horn in Dawsonville at the pool hall. I should have went there. Next time we go to Atlanta, we're going to swing by Dawsonville and check out the pool hall there. Jeffrey, I didn't get the Buc-ee sandwiches. I got some hot sauce, some jalapeno salt. I got some Rice Krispies. I bought Sarah's shirt. Emily got some stuff. Corey Bell, there you go, man. Shelly, yeah, it's ironic. First they didn't want him to, now they want him to. Gregory Stevens, I know, man, that poor kid. I'm not a huge Denny Hamlin fan at all. I don't like the guy. I think my opinion is I don't like him. I'm not gonna tell you why, but he didn't get mad enough. Like, I was expecting an all-out brawl on pit road, man, or like I thought he was gonna do the Kenseth deal where he rammed him at Martinsville, Logano. Like I expected him to put 4 tires on it. Put 4 tires on it. Days of Thunder, man. I figured he was going to go out there and take him out. But he just like, oh, whatever. Like, whatever, man. Let's see some fire, man. You need some fire. Fire. Get fired up. Loretta Reed, you got 9. Good for you. Pensacola, Danielle, it's hard to tell. Pensacola is right in the bullseye of this potential Danielle. Storms throughout the week, getting heavier throughout the end of the week. Periods of heavy rain. It's impossible to predict. At one time, they had 80 to 90% of rain for Atlanta, but they got the whole race in. So, like I said, these things are tricky. The fact is, looking real time at radar scope right now, you can definitely see some broad rotation out there, which is very interesting. This thing isn't predicted to get going until the end of the week, if it gets any rotation at all. So, it'll take time. Pressures are down to 10, 11. That's not too bad. So, watching real time is what we do with these homegrown little coastal systems. So the models didn't pick up on this very well. The Icon did awesome. Now they're all kind of starting to sniff a little bit more. But homegrown little systems like Colin and this, it can happen. Lingering front. So there you go. That's all I got to show you about that. Forrest Gump. So, all right. So again, we'll be live tomorrow. Paula, you got to go to Buc-ee's. Just somehow figure out a time that nobody's there. I just nothing. Brandon, I didn't see. Listen, we listened to the PRN Performance Racing Network all the way home until about 10 laps ago. I went ahead and put it on my phone because I didn't want to get caught staring at my phone for the whole race. So we watched the last 10 laps in the car. So I don't know. My dad said they cut in there a lot. So that's kind of not fair to the other drivers if you think about it. 37 other cars out there. It's almost like they expected him to win. How's that possible? Dry air, Gregory, not a lot of dry air. Nope. Pretty juicy out there. Precipitable water map, very juicy. Here's your Bay News 9 precipitable water map. Boom, lots of moist air. That's all juice, tropical juice. That frontal line didn't really bring much down with it because it petered out as far as what you normally see with fronts. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Storms up north today. Don't feel bad talking about it, but jet streams to the north, meaning more storms up north today. But there we go. I don't know about it. Let's see if we got any rotation on wind alert. Let's see what we got. Cancel. We got to click sail. Man, that's pretty neat. Look at this. Doesn't mean anything, but you're starting to see, a little bit of idea that we're seeing, some winds kind of showing up, very weak. So some rotation out there. Somewhere there's a broad low trying to develop. So enough about that. No, that's all I got to say about that. All right, what's up, Anita from Largo? I've been there a bazillion times. How long you been in Largo? Stephanie, they're very, 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 very spontaneous, so you shouldn't get them very often. Miguel, I didn't get to watch the game, but I heard about the Bach. Brandon, we got a Loop Eddy out there. Yep, lots of warm water. David, I'll come up there if we got a storm. I'll tell you what, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. If the icon is right, then I might be heading your way. Heck, man, the UK could be right. We could be streaming a land cane. Here's the latest icon. Well, it wouldn't be quite Mobile. Mobile's here. Yesterday's, this is the latest icon. It's definitely the farthest east. Yesterday's Euro was more what I was getting at with possibly coming to see you right there. 1,001 millibar. That'd just be a tropical storm, but still, look, got storms coming in off the Atlantic for you. We'll see what the trends are. So far, the trends are not any more west. So low comes down, goes away, does a U-turn. Danielle, the icon will run before the GFS. It actually runs kind of early, around 11:30, I think. So the icon will come out first in the GFS and the CMC, and then the Euro, then the NHC at 2 o'clock. So basically, you could grab a bowl of popcorn and from 11:30 to 2 o'clock have something fresh to look at every 30 minutes or so. But right now, the models are just kind of guessing, you know. There's no true center of circulation right now to get in on. So anyway, hey, by the way, we got let's see if I can pull my card out here. Met great company here, Carlisle Thompson, and Phil and I had a good dinner with Steve and Bryce, and we're going to be working a little bit with them, and they work directly with cities and counties with FEMA, so it's pretty cool. It's a government FEMA style partnership that does a lot of storm stuff, and they work all around the U.S. With counties and cities, so they're big followers of our page. So it's kind of a neat little support system. They appreciate what we do, and that's pretty neato. So had a great lunch last week. I wanted to share that and give a little shout out there. I don't think we got anything else to talk about, so I'm looking around. Do a little work, a little catch up. I'm going to do some 1-minute videos now, and that's about it. So Shelly, good job. Thanks for being there, watching my back. We had a lot of spammers on our giveaway thing because we had so much traffic. So if you had a weird message that looked like me, it wasn't me. People can copycat people, but we deleted them. Shelly deleted them. So a little frustrating sometimes to get a spammer, but it happens. Can't stop it. So that's the way it goes. All right. Hey, we'll see everybody tomorrow. And I'll be on it all week. So tomorrow about the Daily Brew 9:19. Remember, tune in. We'll be uploading it to the podcast. If you are into podcasts, it's right here. It's free. Click on it. You can listen to the Daily Brew anytime, any place. Also, right here is the replay if you want to watch it on the website. And we also have it streaming on the app live. So if you like apps, you can, let me make sure it works. This is my monthly test here. I don't really ever check it. Daily Brew, second button, click on it, and we will see if we're streaming live. Daily Brew 7-Eleven. Here we go. Drum roll. Da, 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 da. There it is. So if you like apps, you can, let me make sure it works. This is my I just heard that. Monthly. There's a thing called buffering in the internet world. So, all right, that's it. I'm out of here. Have a great day. See ya. Bye.